Hey Diamond Diaries, welcome to my channel. And today's story time is going to be about the time my very first boyfriend, like my kind of real one, his mama was crazy. I don't know what I'm going to title this video, but all I know is his mama cuckoo for Cuckoo Puffs. Okay, so let me tell you what had happened. So, I had met him in school, and this was like my junior year, I think, my sophomore or junior year, not really sure. But yeah, so he was on the football team, and you know, he was like the fastest. But then again, my school's athletic system was just not even a good system. It was stupid. Like they wasn't good. So, but for them, he was the bomb. Anyway, so you know, he was an interesting experience. You know, he's very weird. He's very different. Kind of creepy. So, but he had like these green eyes, you know what I'm saying? He had green eyes, but like out of nowhere, I'm just tell you about him. Like out of nowhere, like he would just like stare into my soul. Like I don't know. Like first, like let me give you an example. So let's act like I'm talking to him. No, let's act like he's talking to me. So he'd be like, "Hey yo, Diamond, what's up?" Like, you know what I mean? And like we're in school, right? So he'll like look down at his like work or whatever. And he'd be like, "Yeah," and like he'll continue to talk. And then when he looks up, this is what he do. Like he'd be like, "Yeah, Diamond, do," and he just goes out of nowhere. I'm like, why you looking at me like that? Like in my head, I'm just like, like trying to like you know not notice it because that's rude. I'm not gonna be like, why your eyes like that, you know? And me and him had just started dating anyway, so I didn't want to be like rude. So I didn't say nothing, but I really wanted to. And then there was a few times like I was on my iPad and he was like trying to touch my boob when I was in class, and I'm like, first of all, sir, whether we're in class or not, you are not gonna do that, okay, sir? Like no, no, we're not doing that. Like we're not doing that. Me and him never even did anything. Like we never had sex. We never did anything. Like nothing. And like we had just started dating too. Like but like even if we were still gonna continue, I wasn't even gonna do that. Like for real. And since he knew that, I felt like he was getting more weirder. Like the more I kept telling him that we're not gonna do it, the more he just kept getting weird. So I told him, I was like, yeah, we're not gonna do that, like da da da. He was like, okay, I respect that. And then he tried to touch the girl's titty, you know, in cooking class in front of the teacher, and I'm just like, no, we can't do that. Like, get up off me. And so when I told him to get up off me and like to stop, and I was on my iPad working, like he was looking at me like this, like just and like breathing weird. He was like, I was like, what is going on? Like, what is going on? Mind you, the class is still in session, so I'm looking at my iPad like this. Let me get this back. I'm like trying to like swipe, like I'm trying to act like I'm not even looking at him. Like I don't know what that is over there, but look, where this right here is what I'm looking at. So, but in reality, I'm just like, I'm scared. I'm like, what is this? What is this? Like he's just looking at you crazy, breathing all hard. And he would do it like, that was like the first time he did it. And then the second time he would do it was like if I had just came to sit down next to him or something. Like for example, one time we was in a library and I sat down next to him, and all of a sudden he got to breathing all hard and breathing all extra deep and stuff. And I'm like, what is that for? Like, what are you doing? And yeah, he just got to breathing all hard, like, and the eyes, like his eyes just, you know, like in your soul. And I'm like, what are you doing? Like, stop. So yeah, so he was doing that. And then let's fast forward. And oh yeah, there's another thing he would always do was talk about football. Like I don't know anything about football. I don't watch sports. I just never grew up around it to even find the fundamental in it. Like I don't like it. It's just they got nice butts, but other than that, I don't know what's going on. But I did used to play football when I was in my neighborhood. Yeah, I used to play like it was like a real sport. But I was only a tackler. I didn't really get into all the details of what was going on. I would just be like, you know, I was just, you know, releasing anger. But anyway, fast forwarding. He would always talk about football, and I'd be like, yeah. Like, I would just act like I know what he was saying, but I didn't. And like, he would ask me questions. He'd be like, you see how I did that and that? And I'm like, yeah, you did, that was good. Like, I would be supportive, of course, but it got to the point where that was all he talked about. I was bored. I was like, sir, do you even know what my favorite color is? What I like to do after school? Where I'm going to go after school? Like, he wasn't worried about that. He was just worried about breathing all hard and looking at me in my soul and talking about football. And I just, you know, he was cute, though. He was cute. He was cute. I'll give you that. He was cute. But now, fast forwarding. That day, my friend at the time, she's not my friend anymore. At the time, she had spent the night at my house, right? And we had a plan to go to the movies. And, like, the plan wasn't incorporating him at the time. Hold on, I'm about to burp. My bad. Anyway, so, we just wanted to go to the movies. Like, it was me and my sister and, her. And he had called me and was like, hey, you want to go to the movies? So ironically, like, it just planned out that way. So I was like, you know what, yeah, I'm already about to go to the movies, you can just come with us. And so I get there, and I already told him, he asked me my parents, and I said, no, they crazy, like, I'm not allowed to date you, like, I can't, like, I'm scared, like, I don't want them to know about you, like, no. And so he was like, okay, cool, like, And I was like, all right, bet. So I thought we were Gucci. I thought squash, settled, done. I see you at school, and that's done. Like, I thought that's what it was, but no. So he come up to the movies, right? His daddy going like talk to me and talking about, does your daddy know you here? If you have to ask, you know that they know that I'm not here. They don't know. Like, if you had to ask me that, you already know that they don't know that I'm here with your son. Okay? And so, come to find out, I guess his dad wanted to see me and my parents at the movies because I guess, like, he had told his dad that my mom was dropping me off, which she was. So he assumed that he was going to meet my mom before we went to the movies, but that wasn't the case because I don't swing that way. And he knew that. And my mama crazy, my daddy crazy, and I'm like, no. So, yeah. And then it gets more crazy. So, the movies is over, right? And at this point, his mama is calling his phone, and this is like after the, like, you know, at the end of the movie and like little words come up, like the little, what them called? I don't know what they're called, but it was the end of the movie, and like I'm sitting there like, so what are you saying? And he's saying, my mom said that she wants to meet your parents when they pick you up. I said, you already know. I told you no. Like, you already know I told you no. And then, he was like, well, like, it's not my fault. I didn't know she was going to do that. I was like, you knew she was going to do that. Like, just by how, like, this sounded like it was routine. Like, his parents are crazy. Like, my parents are crazy, too. But his parents are crazy, just a little bit in that area. Okay? My parents just give me a whooping and let me go to bed. But his, so then I'm sitting in the movies, like, so, like, I can't leave. Like, I just can't leave. Because yeah, and he's telling me that his mom is waiting by the door. So she's waiting outside of the theater, like, up, like, the door. And I'm like, I don't want to talk to her. Like, I don't want to talk to her. She gonna be like, thinking I'm a bad little girl. And I was, but I was being innocent. I didn't even do nothing with him or nothing. I just held his hand at the freaking movies up. I swear. Like, it wasn't even a big deal at all, in my opinion. And they was just acting like it was just a whole big ordeal. So I'm sitting there nervous, stomach in a knot. She's standing by the door. My sister's like, why can't we get up? And I'm like, girl, because we just can't. And she's like, why? And I'm like, because we just can't. And so I finally go out there because, you know, life goes on. So I go out there. My mama's outside. Like, the weird thing about this, though, is that my mom didn't even pull up yet. Okay, so remember that my mama wasn't even there yet. Okay, so I go out there and I talk to her, and I was just being honest. I was like, look, my parents don't know about your son. You can't meet my parents. They don't know I'm here with your son, just like I told your spouse. So I don't really understand why we're having part 2. I really don't. I didn't say that part, but I just was thinking that in my head, like, I really don't understand why we're having part 2. And so, you know, yeah. And she's like looking at me all funny, like, she went from to, and I was like, okay, all right, well, all right, well, he's not my husband. After I got that look, I just knew. I was like, okay, well, he's not my husband because it ain't going nowhere. It ain't going nowhere. But I'm glad it didn't, though, because I don't want to date an athlete. They just too, they not my type. But anyway, fast forwarding. So, what else had happened? Oh, yeah, I told her all that, and then she was like, okay, well, you need to tell your mom and dad what's going on. I'm going to give you she said she's going to give me 2 days to tell them. I was like, what? So, yeah. So, I didn't tell them, and, wait. So, actually, I did tell them, but I didn't tell them that within the 2 days that she gave me. So, I waited because only reason why I ended up telling them was because he was having a problem with my parents not knowing about him. So I felt bad, and so he persuaded me into doing it, but not because of his mama. I was just like, forget your mama, that ain't my mama. So I ain't doing what she's saying. But anyway, so that happened, and then I told him my parents were like, and I was like, and they were like, and I was like, and they didn't like that. So I kind of like got in trouble. My dad was like. And I was like, So I kind of got in trouble, but I kind of didn't. And then I didn't tell him like the whole truth. Like I didn't tell him I already went to the movies with him. So I guess that was the reason. Let me stop telling the whole story before I get there. But basically, yeah, I told them eventually. So then a week goes by, and let's go back. Remember when I told you that my mama didn't even pull up yet? That my mom, ooh, I got a hiccup. That my mom didn't even pull up yet. So I'm thinking his crazy mama literally waited in the parking lot to see what my mama looked like. Like, she waited to see what my mom looks like. And I promise you, my mama is not on my Instagram. My mom is not anywhere, like, publicly. No one knows what what my mom looks like, unless, like, you're close to me. A lot of people know what my dad looks like, but a lot of people do not know what my mother looks like because she just doesn't, she's not on social media. She doesn't do that stuff. Like, she just, it's not for her, and that's okay. Social media is not for everybody. So that's how I know. That's how I know she waited in the parking lot to see what my mother looked like. Right? And mind you, my mom was windows tinted, so she had to have some type of binoculars or something. She was really close to where she needed to be. But, yeah. So, fast forwarding. Remember, keep that detail. So a week passed after I done told them about him, and they told me basically I only could see him at school, which we was already doing, and eventually he got tired of that and whatever. I'll get to that later. So a week goes by and my parents go to Walmart. Okay, my parents go to Walmart. When I come home from school, they're still at Walmart. They're like grocery shopping, so it takes like, at the time they would take them like a few hours to go grocery shopping for us. So they come back and I'm down here doing my homework or whatever, and there's like a living room downstairs, and they're like, hey, yo, Dom, come here. And I'm like, okay. Like, I didn't think I was in trouble. Like, shoot, okay, here I come. So I come over there, and they're like, so you didn't tell me you went to the movies with a boy, huh? And I was like, instantly I wanted to pee on myself. And I don't know why, but I have a problem with peeing on myself when I was like in trouble with my parents. Like, I always wanted to pee on myself, and sometimes I did twice. But anyway, at that day I didn't have no pee to pee out, but if I did, it would have came out. But anyway, yeah, so I was scared. My heart was beating. I was shaking. I was like, I was scared. And I was just like, I'm sorry. Like, how'd you know? His mama found my mama at Walmart. What are the odds? What are the odds? And I don't know. She may not have done this, but I really don't know. She could have. She could have. She really could have. I think she probably followed my mama. I'm sorry, but I'm really sorry because how ironic of how close this situation happened, and you didn't even know what my mama looked like, and then now you unironically bump into her at Walmart talking about, what's your daughter doing with my son? Like, do you know that they're dating? Like, she snitched on me. Like, she snitched on me hardcore, man. Like, she literally, I guess she read our text to them, too. She pulled out her phone, and I guess their phones are, like linked, whatever sends to his phone. Like, she can see it, and he didn't even know that. That's how crazy she is. I had to tell him that that's what happened. Like, he did not know that his mama was that crazy. I had to, like, literally educate. And yeah, she reading all the messages, and I'm like, oh my god. At least we didn't talk about nothing. We didn't talk about nothing freaky, like nothing like that. But like, we was talking about like, I like you, like you fine, like, you know what I'm saying, like, cute stuff like that. But my parents, that's like having sex to them. So I was like, oh my god. So I said, I said I was sorry and I was so scared, but I was in my head, I'm like, this lady crazy. Like, this lady is literally crazy. Like, she wanted to ruin my life. Like, she really wanted me to get in trouble. She wanted me to have the belt. Like, she wanted every bad thing that could happen to me. She pulled out the whole phone to snitch on me, bro. And she told she even went into detail of telling them that I told her spouse the same thing I told her. Like, that's how detailed she went. And my parents came back home livid, talking about, well, my parents crazy. We'll get into that one of these days. But they went in on me. They just screaming at me, yelling. I'm not really listening to them. I'm just like thinking how crazy this. His mama is like, how did you even know? Like, I'm looking at them like, how did y'all even know? Like, she's crazy. But yeah, that's my story. One of my stories. You know what I'm saying? Like, crazy. The lady's crazy. And so eventually, I low-key think that his mama convinced, well, I also think it was two things. I think his mama convinced him to, like, break up with me. And then, two, I think because I wasn't putting out, I feel like he didn't want to be with me because of that, too. So, it was okay. Plus, he was conceited. I got tired of talking about sports anyway, so I don't care. And listening and people looking in my soul. And I was tired of that, too. And I was tired of you trying to touch me in school like a freaking idiot. So, it's fine. It's fine. I don't care. I'm not hurt. Plus, I mean, you was cute though, you know what I'm saying? But, whatever. So, that's what happened. And we broke up. I don't talk to him no more. And then come to find out, I forgot this part, at my old job, his girlfriend worked with me, and his ex-girlfriend at the time, worked with me. And I, trained with her. And, like, I trained her. And she told me that his mom was crazy. She told me all this stuff. Like, they were actually, like, together. And, like, her parents were more, like, nicer and stuff. And she said, like, their parents met. But they always wanted to have dinner every night. Like, my parents is not like that. You was not gonna have dinner at my house every week. No, boo. No. No, 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 no. No. Definitely not. And they wanted to, like, just be all up in the mix. And, like, oh, when they would watch movies and stuff, like, his parents would sit across and, like, stare at them. Like, I would have went home. I'd have been like, I got diarrhea. I would have made up something. That's how crazy it was. I'd have been like, me saying diarrhea is not going to amount to all this weirdness right here. I would have said I had diarrhea, no cap. But, that's what she said. And then she said some other stuff. It was just like how crazy their parents are. But me just saying that much could just show you how crazy they are. And, oh, yeah, well, here's another one. When I remember, she said when they would go out on dates, his mom would blow up his phone, like, all the time and, like, FaceTime him and, like, basically be at the date pretty much on the phone. Yeah, God, hey, thank you, God, Jesus, thank you for dodging that bullet for me. Because he wasn't my type. Not my type, not my type. But, yeah, he was not my type. And, yeah, so that's my story of the time. You know what I'm saying? His mama was crazy. And, yeah. So, that's what happened. But, thanks for watching. Tell your mama, your daddy, your cousins, your sister, anybody you want to watch this video. Subscribe, don't subscribe. Like, don't like. But don't dislike, because that's just doing extra stuff. You're just an extra person if you're going to dislike my video. Take time out of your day to put your index finger on the dislike button when you don't mean it, because there's no reason to not like this video. But anyway, have a great day. And until